I've wanted to talk about anything Donkey Kong Bananza related for a while. I played the game and just really enjoyed it. It might be top 3 games of all time for me. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. We're talking about the return of the king! King K. Rool is back, and I want to talk about how they expertly integrated him into the story, why it matters, and what it means for the franchise. And hopefully, I can make King K. Rool's return feel even more special. Every modern game these days always seems to get heavily criticized, no matter how good it is. DK Bananza is no exception. It even happened so much earlier than it usually does. One criticism I've heard is that there wasn't much foreshadowing to King K. Rool returning, which I'm pretty sure most people would deny that, including myself. We know about Cranky Kong hinting at it, and people literally guessed his return from also the crocodile skeletons being the Kremling crew, but throughout the levels, it has been secretly leading up to the moment we find King K. Rool. Each level have these fossils that you gotta find to buy the clothing items. But the more deeper you go, the more of the fossils become rare characters. The fossils were literally going down from the latest games to the older games. The craziest part is that the 5th lair, the lair before you see King K. Rool, it has a fossil of the robot that King K. Rool created. Why else would it be down there other than, King K. Rool and his crew going down there, and somehow the machine malfunctioned in the 5th lair and ended up being there for long enough for it to fossilize. But even without that one fossil, this game is trying to tell us where all the rare characters have been, and that would include King K. Rool and the Kremlings. They've all been stuck here because of King K. Rool looking for the Banandium root. Also, if you look at Grumpy Kong's last fight during the main story, his invention looks very familiar. With all that, I believe they successfully hinted at King K. Rool's return without it being way too obvious. The build-up is what really sets the tone for King K. Rool's return. The fractones from the previous layers were so welcoming and friendly, but these fractones are different. They demand that you leave because they are scared of what you will awaken. Long ago, the surface dweller came here looking for the Banandium root. The intruder forced their way through here, but never came back out. The Forbidden Lair is literally just to set up King K. Rool as the last antagonist. The music is eerie and suspenseful, as if it's telling you that something here is not right. The fractones warning you to not go any further makes you question whether or not you should keep going. And the realization that King K. Rool is the one the fractones were talking about gives the impression that he's not someone you should be messing with. I've seen a lot of videos covering King K. Rool and DK Bananza, but none of the videos talk about the Forbidden Lair and the build-up towards K. Rool. I think it's a very underrated part of the game. I would also like to mention that when I saw the belly, I immediately knew it was King K. Rool, while all the other people on YouTube just glanced over it like it was nothing. Like, come on guys, that's when you should have known! The planet core is where the devs blow everything out of the water. Crumblings, claptraps, zingers, neckies, kabooms. We've been fighting them this entire time, just fossilized. But now we can see them in their true form. Glorious, just glorious. We go through a gauntlet of fighting these guys before we can get to King K. Rool and fight him ourselves. And when we finally face him face to face, he uses the Banandium root to become even stronger than when he was before. I love how the design resembles the elders of the game, with the clothing items made from bananas. This boss fight can be rough if you did not prepare for it. Trust me, I did not get any apple juice or anything like that before I went in. He has so much health, and if you didn't quite get the hint earlier with hitting the ball out of the way, you're gonna be there for a while. I don't know why I didn't figure that out. But once you're able to defeat him, DK and Paulina are able to make their wishes. And the Banandium root does their best to make them come true, which they kind of get scared about at first, of course. But then you get this is like one of the best parts of a game I have ever played. Trying to get to the surface while King K. Rool's trying to make you fall down it's so fun. Even when you got so many balloons, just being able to take pieces of the ground and just throwing it at King K. Rool. That itself is fun, but then you get to the surface where New Donk City is, and it's just so good.
That's not happening! Not now! Not when I'm so close to...
This ending feels like a fan fiction. There's billboards in the back referencing other Kongs. There's a billboard saying that King K. Rool is back, not only referencing the fact that he's back after being down in the depths for quite a few years, but also a meta reference to the fact that he's back in the DK series after such a long time just being dormant in the franchise. The entire climb is a reference to the original Donkey Kong arcade game, and then the boss arena is a reference to DK64. Speaking of which, the final boss fight is not something to scoff at. Using the Banandium root, King K. Rool gives himself a Bananza form. This is where I learned that you can hit the ball back at King K. Rool. So I finally was able to beat the boss when I learned that. There are so many unique and creative ways to use your Bananzas in this fight. Definitely the hardest boss in the game and worthy of being a final hurrah for the return of the king. King K. Rool is more than a character. He is a representation of a beloved era of the DK series. Him being in the game doesn't just mean that he's back. It means that the entire Rare era that has been so loved by everyone is back. And with how the game treats these characters, I don't think they're leaving anytime soon. That is why King K. Rool's return is so special. Thank you for watching. Please go take a look at my last video to help you understand how this channel is gonna be for now. I'll see you all later.